Shalom and good day all, this is Tehillim29 back again for another solicitation station, number 28, just before the year's end. And I must admit, it has been quite a while since I've last done one of these. In fact, I think it's been about a month ago since I last covered one of these. And as you can see here, we have the Marvel previews, but this one is sort of like setting up for next year's, and I've got the one for December for this month, which I don't believe I've covered yet. I'll probably be doing another one after the new year. So in Australia, or whilst this video is being done, this is actually on basically New Year's Eve. I'll now get things organized for the first one that I'll be covering, as we have a look through what both DC and Marvel have prepared for us for the upcoming year, and also what will grab my interest for the list in DC or Marvel, and what I'll turn down. So we will be starting off with the Marvel one. Issue 28. I think I might have missed one of these issues as well. And if that's the case, it might have been something that the LCS forgot to do or forgot to give me. So we'll start off with the first one, which is covering the Spectacular Spider-Man, issue 1. I must admit already, this is not on my list, and can they do something about Miles Morales, like get rid of him and give him a new identity? I don't care. Make him a bloody villain to Peter Parker. Have him be possessed by a parasite or something. I don't know. Actually, that might be a good name for him. Call him the Parasitic Spider. So as we start to move on to the first couple of pages, we got the What If in relation to the Avengers, and we've got some X-Men 97, to which I have heard hasn't been so top. We, of course, move into some Ultimate X-Men, to which we will have some Peach Momoko. I must admit, I do like Peach Momoko and her individual storytellings outside of like main Marvel stories. I do like what she's done there, and I think if she's really got a lot of love and care for the characters, no doubt she'll probably be introducing one of her own characters, which was in her series, Demon Days, and the other one, into the X-Men universe, as I think it would be quite interesting. She might even use that character at the beginning to sort of like introduce the character into the universe, and we get it from this character's point of view as how things work in the Ultimate Universe, seeing it through the eyes of this character that she created. So I think for this, I might just maybe wait for the trade to come out. Moving into some more of the Ultimate stuff, we got some Ultimate Spider-Man, to which I'll probably just be picking up mainly issue 1, and I'll let that be the decider for me. Moving into the Spectacular Spider-Man, Jackpot and Black Cat, to which they bastardized the character of Mary Jane, giving her powers. Very fucking stupid. There was a reason why their relationship was enjoyed so much. Maybe it's because she didn't have powers in the first place, and this is just a power sex fantasy. We move into Ghost Rider. Of course, none of these previous ones mentioned I'll be picking up, and that includes Ghost Rider 2. A little bit more information on Ghost Rider. Ms. Marvel, not on my list. Black Widow and Hawkeye, not on my list. None of these on the list. Not really interested in the Spider-Verse or Spider-Punk. Not on my list. Symbiote Spider-Man. Yeah, who's the symbiote this time? Is it a wart on Peter Parker's shoulder that's the symbiote? Of course, we have some more adventures, Twilight and the Marvel GODS. Not really interested. Fall of House X. Glad I never bloody picked up the series. And the Rise of X, Powers of X, still not in my list. Of course, we move into a little bit of Iron Man and X-Men. Though I sort of like the character in though I sort of like the cover for issue 32, ain't on my list. More X-Men related stuff. And we've got a bit of a beast there. We're in Australia. We've got a bit of a beast system that needs destruction. More X-Men related stuff. And of course, more Wolverine related stuff. This time, getting the return of Sabretooth. Should be interesting. Maybe yes, maybe no. Spider-Gwen, not interested. Jed McKay with Moon Knight. I must admit, I have actually enjoyed this series. And I'm not too sure if this one is actually on my list or not. Night Thrasher and Scarlet Witch, not on my list and not interested. More Spider-Man. I haven't picked up any Amazing Spider-Man since Nick Spencer was on it. So, yeah, no longer on my list. And with the crap that Zeb Wells is writing, yeah, the fact that so many people are still reading it, you only have yourself to blame. I'm glad I got off when I did. Oh, it's fake Spider-Man Morales. Give him a different title, give him a different name. He is not Spider-Man, he is Spider-Fraud. More Spider-Man related content. Slowly moving into some Spider-Boy related content. I think with this, I'll just wait for the trade. More Spider-Man related content. Getting into some of the better materials from the facsimile editions, which might be worth to pick up. Which one I pick up, I don't know. Maybe something without Brian Michael Bendis on it. And of course, we move into some more Black Panther, jumping into a little bit of Avengers, a little bit of Daredevil, and Captain Fakel. Some Blade, some She-Hulk, some Captain America. Nah, none of them on my list. Though I have heard Blade's been alright. Maybe you might consider picking up one of the trades. One, not multiple. Not much here on this page that I'd want to pick up. Same applies to this page. Same again applying to this page. Some alien related stuff. Might pass. Some Predator and Planet of the Apes. Might pass. Don't even want to touch this with a 10-foot pole. Boycott Disney Star Wars. Better yet, just boycott Disney. Wouldn't want to touch it. Nothing here that I'd really want to get. Oh, some free comic book day related stuff. Nothing of interest presently. Still nothing of interest. Just some of the artists and whoever who is presently involved in the Stormbreakers. This is more like it. They're Marvel Collected Editions. We've got one involving the X-Men, which it looks like it has Dr. Doom. We've got Brand New Day, Amazing Spider-Man. Might be worth thinking about. Daredevil Omnibus by Brian Michael Bendis. What did I say before? Probably give it a pass. Didn't mind his Moon Knight though. Though if it would probably be better off accepted as a ultimate Marvel distortion of Moon Knight history. We got some X Factor, some Legends. Well, they should say the original canon. I'd probably consider picking up this. It's the better of the stuff, but try to get it secondhand at least. Some Avengers and Defenders, not really of interest, but I do like the covers. And yes, last but not least, moving towards the first trade paperback of Spider-Boy. That I would consider picking up. Moving into the more Spider-Man related stuff. Some Daredevil, fake Spider-Man Morales. Some more Daredevil, Black Armor. I think that's one of the newer runs. Not really on my list, and I haven't really heard much good about it. Rogue and Gambit, yeah, okay. Not really a lot here of interest. Who knows, maybe they might have something in the posters of interest. Secret Wars, not really interested in Secret Wars. Some Guardians of the Galaxy, never really picked up any Guardians of the Galaxy. It would have to be a really good run or a recommended run that I would probably consider picking up. Some Superior Spider-Man, where Dan Slott sort of dreams of being in a thin person's body and shagging up with Mary Jane. Yep. How about you just lose weight, Dan Slott? Then maybe you'll get that dream and have it come true. Some Silver Surfer. I've actually heard Dan Slott can actually write some really good Silver Surfer. Avengers Inc. Not really the Avengers that I'd sort of pick up. Now this is something that I'd probably want to pick up, and that is the Miracle Man series, or the Miracle Man trade paperbacks. The one by Neil Gaiman, of course, and of course, mainly the trade paperbacks. I did actually enjoy reading these for what they were and also where they stem from in Marvel's history. So I'll definitely consider adding this to the list. I wouldn't touch this stuff. It belongs in the fire. The fires of Jakku. Of course, some more Hulk and Avengers West Coast. Not on my list. Not really of interest, let alone on my list. Though I do like some of the idea of the Epic collections. I've really picked up some really good stories from the Epic collections, especially the Moon Knight stuff. Star Wars Legends, yeah, if you're going to pick that up, at least go and pick it up secondhand. Mini Marvels, sounds good for a YA novel of sorts, and not much really there of interest. Lockjaw and Daredevil, might give it a pass. And last but not least, we finally reached the end. Let's have a quick look at the posters. Is there really anything of interest here? Okay, we seem to have a Ghost Rider one, to which the poster looks alright. The Spider-Man one definitely looks spider-related. We got Wolverine and another X-Men one. If I were to say one thing, I really do quite like that X-Men 97 poster. And if I were to pick any posters out of this, it would quite likely be that one. So now it's time to move into the DC Connect. So as we move into DC Connect, we have something Joker related. And this is going to be quite interesting as to see what will happen here. And who's writing this, of course, I believe it's Chip Zdarsky. When's he going to get off the title? Along with Ram V. I'm sick of their long-winded stories. Why not keep some shorter stories? So as we have a bit of a look inside, we get a bit of an idea as to what's coming out. And of course, there's the Spirit World related stuff. Of course, we've got what's happening here with the Joker Year 1 related stuff through Batman. Yeah, I'm sick of Joker origin stories and events. And of course, we move into how quickly that this is going to finish up. Now, is this going to be weekly or bi-weekly? Because you'd want to get this event out of the way as quick as possible, because we readers on the outside are getting sick of these events. How about you have a break off for about 6 months of events, period? In fact, I challenge DC Comics to stop doing events for at least 6 months. But they'll be too prideful and still do events in those 6 months. This is probably one of the main things of interest. I really hope I'm going to be able to follow this series ongoing, providing the beast system doesn't do anything to destroy my life here. Of course, we have the Suicide Squad, Kill Arkham Asylum. Sounds stupid. Oh, this is probably one of the best things that have actually come out of DC. It's the only thing Justice League related that has come out, and that is the Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong. Really fun. Definitely enjoyed the story. Art's been good. It's nice to see the members of the Bat family, including Damian Wayne, in there. It's a real pity that John Samuel Kent isn't in there, though I think his character would sort of work, especially alongside with Damian. Of course, we have the Batman and Robin run, to which I hear this was originally planned to be 6 issues long. By what I hear of latest, it's moving on to issue 7. So we are going to get an issue 7 of it. They could at least bring out a trade paperback of the first 6 issues. We got some more Brave and the Bold related. Of course, Detective Comics with Ram V and Tom Taylor. Seriously thinking of dropping the Tom Taylor titles. Just saying. More Batman related content. We've got the Birds of Prey, Catwoman, Penguin. None of these are really on the list. Somewhat same again. About the best thing that's actually on this side of the list is the Jay Garrick The Flash. Really good series, and I think one of the best news that I've heard is that they're getting rid of Suspiria and returning Jeremy Adams to The Flash. Yay! I must admit, it was a stupid idea for him to start a new run at issue 1 of The Flash. Maybe bring it back to its original numbering. You know, just so people can know which collected editions of collected trades to collect concerning certain arcs, or arcs that they really enjoyed. Moving into some Red Hood. I am looking forward to picking up the Red Hood and the Outlaws webtoon related stuff. As for this, I might just wait for feedback as to how well the story is. We, of course, move into Action Comics, to which we have Jason Aaron. With all the stuff that Jason Aaron has destroyed, I don't trust him on Detective Comics. Even though I have heard some things in relation to his Elseworld stories outside of DC storytelling. Can he perform the same in his main in-world universe storytelling? And I don't really have a lot of hope in that, nor do I trust his ability. I'm sorry, the way he destroyed the Punisher, I'm sorry. Just because your name's on the title, it still doesn't give you permission to destroy a character. If anything, he was a person who went out against organized criminals. And he's literally turned the character into a jerk. 4, hate what he did with 4. And I even did a review on Rainbow Press and Comics. And yeah, though it might be one of the most viewed articles on the Rainbow Press and Comics website, I actually gave it a low score, not a high score. Okay, of course we move into some Superman by some Joshua Williamson. Some of this has been hit and miss. New for Zod, which will probably have some more Zod in it. I might end up checking out the second issue, the Batman Superman World's Finest. I'm still following that series. As for the rest of the stuff there, not really on my list. Wonder Woman, yeah, the only thing in relation to Wonder Woman that I'm picking up is just that one shot around Trinity. Just to see how much more Tom King will be ruining the Super Sons. Of course, we've got Amazon's Attack. We've got The Flash with Suspiria. Issue 6 there. Not really been enjoying the run. It could have been... If anything, I think he needs to go back to writing basics. Suspiria. Especially whenever you're working on a DC property. You need to go back to basics and you need to remember the basic formula. And the basic formula is that which consists of like important things that play an important role in relation to the story. Of course, there's the cover, the art, but there are other things that make up the build-up of a story. First is the time. When does it take place? And also comic references. Like you could use a comic reference to show the time to which it takes place, and you could include time of day when it takes place. So is it happening in the morning, evening, or afternoon? Next is the location. Locations are important. Is it taking place in the main world, or is it taking place off world? And last but not least, the importance of the cast of characters, and so the audience knows who the cast of characters is, as that too is also important. And if you want to get deep, maybe you need to take smaller steps to telling a deeper story, instead of trying to take big leaps and bounds too quickly and too fast and losing your audience too quickly. Of course, Speed Force, I've heard some little ups and downs in relation to the series. Of course, we move into Titans. Already thinking of moving off the title. If anything, I enjoyed the Mark Waid Titans-related story recently over this. It was more fun. It had more easier direction, where Tom Taylor's direction of storytelling really seems to be crapping the bed. It belongs in the outdoor dunny. Moving into the next page, we've got some Shazam by Mark Waid, which I've actually been enjoying. Blue Beetle, which has been alright. Of course, we've got some Batman 89. Not really reviewing this series this time around. If anything, I'm going to be reading it in the background. Superman 78, that is probably about the only one that I will be reviewing because of how well a good job Robert Venditti did of the first one. Of course, we gotta have our variants. Of course, we move into Batman the First Night by Dan Jurgens. Might be worth checking out. Maybe check out the first couple of issues. City of Madness, not on the list. Constantine, not really on the list. The best part, the collected editions. Generation Joker, Tales of the Titan. I think I'll pass. As for these collected editions, I'll be adding all three to collect. So City Boy, Spirit World, and The Vigil. I heard how good The Vigil was, and that's one of the reasons why I'm actually choosing to pick it up, because of how people what people relayed and how much they enjoyed the series. Moving into some more collected, we got some Lobo, some JL Ape. Oh, Justice League Dark. Now that's a good series. The Rebirth Omnibus. Yes, I would consider picking that up. Of course, we have the Joshua Williamson on Omnibus of The Flash. Might give it a pass. His Flash is okay, but it's not as great as Jeremy Adams, I'm afraid to say. I think Jeremy Adams gives in a more enjoyable Flash than the Flash here is just a Bendis word salad. Barkham Asylum. Maybe I could recommend that for Ashon Comics to do a review of on his channel. Of course, some more Batman related stuff and Scooby-Doo. Some more collected editions, World's Finest. That will most definitely be on my list. We have the Batman Detective Comics. It's a pity that there's no Peter J. Tomasi on it. And of course, we have some Birds of Prey, DC versus Vampires, some Deathstroke, the I Am Fake Batman run with Jace, killed a character off, You'll Never Be Batman. One other title that I will be picking up, because of how terrible the story is, my Megan Fitzmartin, is the Tim Drake Robin series of how never to write Tim Drake Robin. And of course, we have Jurassic League. Not really in my list. I'll probably give it a pass. Alright, well, that's all for today. I hope you enjoy coming into the new year on your side of the world, wherever you are. Whether it's the northern, southern, eastern, or if you're living down in Antarctica. Until then, let's keep it colourful and have yourself an awesome day. And what are some titles that you're expecting, or what you're really excited to see when they come out? Of course, I'll probably be doing another one around the next issue of the DC Connect, which is set for January next year. That will probably come out in a week from today, so it'll be really close to 30 solicitation stations. So until then, let's keep it colourful and have yourself an awesome day.